I'm going to try not to let my excitement get the better of me. And some of you already know this, so that's awesome, but I want to share it with you that don't. All through the Bible, we talk about rapture scenarios. We talk about typologies of Jesus Christ. And I just did a 7-minute video, and I want to re-explain it because another thing hit me. God made Adam on day 2. Not day 2, chapter 2. And he formed him out of the dust of the ground. God always existed, and then he had to send Jesus Christ through his mother Mary, and the Holy Spirit conceived with her, much like with Sarah and Abraham in their old age. And Jesus was born. God was born. Jesus walked the earth for 33 years, never sinned, became the atoning sacrifice to fulfill the law, correct? Go back to Genesis 2. He says he created Adam out of the dust of the ground and breathed into his mouth, or his nostrils, the breath of life. And then he said, after he named everything and created everything else, that Adam, there was found no mate for him. And so he caused a deep sleep to come upon Adam. And when Adam woke up, he had taken one of his ribs, and he had formed Eve and brought her unto him. And Adam called her Eve because she was the first of all living. And he said, whoa, man. Now listen, I'm being a little cute, but I'm trying to because this is just mind-blowing to me. So, Adam is a typology of Jesus. Eve is a typology of the gentile bride. And Adam did not get beguiled. How could Adam be beguiled by Satan if Adam is Jesus? Right? So then Eve sinned, and Adam says, well then, I'll take the punishment for what she's done too. And he ate. And what does God do when he finds them in the garden in the evening, trying to sew figs together to cover their nakedness, their sin? God took a lamb, sacrificed it. Who's the lamb that was sacrificed for our sin? Jesus Christ. What did his atonement do? Covered our sin. What did the lamb represent when God slew it in the Garden of Eden? To cover the nakedness. It covered the sin and atoned for their sin. And Adam got his bride. Right? And then it goes on to the genealogy of the whole world through Adam and Eve. And every typology is beautiful, but when this one hit me, it was just like, whoa. When Jesus was crucified, they didn't break his bones. When the typology of Adam is described in Genesis, God didn't say he broke his bones. He said he took from his ribs, the center of his body, to form Eve. When Jesus died and became our atoning sacrifice, there was a 2,000-year grace age where his death, burial, and resurrection saved 2,000 years worth of people that believed on his son's blood. And then that Gentile bride was brought unto him at the rapture of the church. But in Genesis, when Eve sinned, the first thing she did was blame Adam. I was going to say Adam, and I meant Satan. She said the serpent beguiled me. And then Adam says, well, the woman you gave unto me, she gave me and I did eat. And then Eve says, well, the serpent beguiled me. And he looks at Satan, who just is, Satan. So he doesn't ever take accountability for what he did. But Satan beguiled Eve. Eve represents the Gentile bride that is sinful, that has never been able to follow the law. Adam said, well, if you're going to punish us, I guess I want to be with her, so I'll take her punishment. And then there was a lamb. And God shed the lamb. Jesus is God. He sacrificed the lamb, and he made clothes for them and covered them, covered their sin. So the skin of the lamb covered their nakedness. The blood of the lamb atoned for their sacrifice. Eve is the Gentile bride. Adam is Jesus. The lamb is Jesus. And God says, I had to send my only son in the form of a lamb. The all-sufficient lamb It's all right there in the first 2 chapters, guys. Oh my goodness. I was so happy to share that with you. So please go look at it and read it and be blessed, because God told the whole story of mankind from the first year, which is 4000 BC, to when Jesus came at 3984, 17 years before the 4000th year. Why? Because a lamb has to be so old before it can be sacrificed, which I guess is on the 4th day. Jesus was sacrificed on the 4th day. 2,000 years of a Gentile nation being formed. And then he goes back to dealing with the Jews and says, I sacrificed my son and I used y'all as an avenue to go through. Jesus is of Jewish descent. Jesus is God. Jesus always existed. The Holy Spirit always existed. When John baptizes Jesus and he comes up out of the water, a dove descends out of heaven, and God says, this is my son in whom I am well pleased. And the Holy Spirit filled him. So then he was not just a human and God, or the human form of God. He was filled with the Holy Spirit. And he ascended up at some point. I forget where that is. And again, I'm tired, so please, I'm human, and my excitement gets the better of me. But I wanted to share this with you because it's all right there. And then as soon as you look at that typology, then Moses is a typology of Jesus. Joseph. And he got a Gentile bride as well. And Moses got a Gentile bride. And they get all their Gentile brides first. And then Jesus has to go back to working with the Jews to save them, because they're the bride he wanted to begin with. The full Torah and then the New Testament. The Torah prophesies of the future, and the New Testament shows you where, yeah, it's true. I hope this encourages you, and I hope it makes sense, because when I get a little excited sometimes I don't do a very good job. So I hope I bless you today. I hope you're encouraged. I hope you understand that it was planned from the beginning, before he ever said that there was light. Before he divided the heavens, before he divided the dark from the, before any of it. It was all there. So be blessed.